The divine, addressing you as, "My cherished soul," pay heed, for this moment is extraordinary. Archangel Michael stands beside you, ushering in a significant shift in your surroundings. While a storm brews in the unseen realm, it poses no threat to you. Instead, it heralds the unveiling of something obscured from your awareness, something bearing your name, something destined for you. Michael gently reveals, they believed you would remain unaware, that they could usurp your fate while you were distracted. However, the heavens have witnessed everything. In silence, a clandestine agreement was forged, a promise inscribed in shadows, as an attempt was made to substitute what rightfully belonged to you. But the angels intervened, halting the transaction before it could take effect, for that blessing bore your name, not theirs. Remain steadfast, for this moment brings your truth to light. A document bearing your spiritual signature was taken to a realm of deceit, where your peace was traded for uncertainty, your breakthrough for delay, and your destiny for distraction. Yet Archangel Michael stood resolutely, his sword of divine fire severing the false binds of this proposed exchange. The fraudulent agreement, once on the verge of being sealed in your name, has now been reduced to ashes. Michael urges you to expand your awareness, for the lost is returning more swiftly than you realize. Anticipate a divine reversal where that which was taken is returned, enriched. The balance has quietly shifted in your favor, forged signatures are now void in the eyes of heaven, and all that bears your name is being restored. As you absorb this message, know that the angels are realigning circumstances for your benefit. This communication serves as a celestial alert, inviting you to awaken, to rise, and to remain resolute, for your blessing was never meant to rest in unscrupulous hands. The betrayal you suffered has served as the catalyst for a divine rewriting of your narrative. What appeared as loss was, in fact, protection. Stay with me until the very end, for something remarkable is unfolding at this moment. Archangel Michael commands your destiny to materialize once more, as delays dissipate and manipulations lose their potency. Those who conspired to supplant your name are now facing divine exposure. Heaven has issued its decree, your restoration is inevitable. Soon, you will receive news akin to justice, a message, a letter, or a voice will affirm what Michael has proclaimed today. When it arrives, you will recognize it, it will feel like a soothing breeze filling your spirit. That will mark the moment when heaven finalizes your authentic blessing, the one inscribed by God Himself, unalterable and irreplaceable. Therefore, open your heart and let no fear enter, allow clarity to emerge. This message has reached you for a purpose, you have not come here by mere chance. Archangel Michael assures you that the broken agreement is now undergoing revision under your true name. Remain present for the entirety of this moment, for as you finish hearing these words, the initial signs of restoration will commence in the invisible realm. Pay close attention, dear soul. When Archangel Michael invoked your name, the atmosphere transformed. Heaven has been engaged in discourse about you, and your truth is now revealing itself like golden beams piercing through a tempest. You may not yet perceive it, but each maneuver executed behind your back is being rectified with divine accuracy. Michael stands before the celestial record, safeguarding the original covenant of your destiny, untouched and radiant with your signature of faith. Hold firm, because what transpires now transcends human time. Heaven awaited this precise moment to disclose what the adversary sought to shroud in darkness. The counterfeit agreement attempted in your name has been thwarted by divine command. Every false witness is being silenced, every shadow is bowing to the truth. Michael reassures you that you are not late, you have been shielded. Your delay was your safeguard, and the silence was your preparation. In the spiritual realm, a scroll has been unfurled, inscribed with your name in gilded fire, surrounded by angels who will not allow your destiny to be duplicated. The pact stolen from your life is now being redressed by the hand of justice itself. Michael proclaims that heaven does not negotiate ownership, it only multiplies it. What was once a shattered pathway is now transforming into a bridge of divine favor. Await the unfolding of this sacred moment. I can perceive the light approaching you, waves of breakthrough that were once obstructed are now surging forth. You stand on the precipice of restoration, heaven has already decreed the return of all that was lost. Those who spoke your name deceitfully will soon proclaim it in awe. Those who endeavored to diminish your joy will witness your ascension to heights they could not have envisioned. This is not mere fortune, it is divine justice. Michael states, truth has a voice, and it has just uttered your name. You are being synchronized with individuals who will safeguard your calling, rather than exploit it. You are being positioned where your light shall no longer be concealed. All that was displaced is now restored with greater beauty, strength, and grace. Hold fast until the conclusion, for before this night wanes, you will sense a shift within your spirit. It will be subtle yet undeniable, the weight will lift, peace will return, and clarity will awaken. Heaven's promise, with your name inscribed upon it, cannot be counteracted by any substitute. Archangel Michael stands beside you, his wings unfurled, his voice steady yet full of compassion. The counterfeit agreement has been annulled. Your original destiny has been reactivated. You are chosen, and nothing can overwrite what heaven has already affirmed. Take a breath, for this is your pivotal moment. The broken covenant is no longer your narrative, the renewed promise is. Your name has been restored within the records of heaven, and from this instant onward, your divine season commences. Remain with me, for Archangel Michael is not yet finished imparting his message. There is more to unfold, more illumination to emerge from beyond the veils of time. The agreement that was clandestinely broken was not a loss for you, it was heaven's design to unveil what could have led to your ruin. Every hidden discussion, every underhanded whisper, every false smile concealing ulterior motives is currently under divine scrutiny. Michael stands at the heart of truth, holding the comprehensive record of all that has been said and done in secrecy. Heaven declares, nothing done against you remains hidden from the light. Those who believed you were oblivious now confront a reflection of their own actions. In contrast, you, the chosen soul, are being lifted beyond their grasp. Once you open your heart to this message, the energy around you will begin to shift, confusion will transform into authority, and waiting into receiving. Remain here with me, for Archangel Michael is not merely speaking, he is actively moving through the corridors of your destiny, dismantling every false agreement and erasing every unwarranted signature that was never intended to represent you. Witness as the documents are consumed in heavenly fire, revealing your true name, which shines brighter than ever. Delays will soon give way to a barrage of blessings, arriving in waves, one after the other. Ahead of you lies a door, golden, majestic, and sealed with divine timing. Until now, it has remained closed due to the attempts of the wrong individuals to force it open. Yet Michael whispers, "Now is the time." When this door opens, favor will flow like an unstoppable river, pure and abundant. Opportunities will seek you out, and you will attract that which you once believed was lost. Remain with me until the conclusion, for what is unfolding is sacred. This marks the moment when the false narrative disintegrates and the true story commences. You are not merely an afterthought, you are God's primary choice. You are not forgotten, you are being prepared for a higher stage than before. Every delay was a protective measure, and now that protection is evolving into promotion. Michael asserts, "Stand tall, for heaven is reinstating your name publicly." You will witness signs, unexpected messages, doors reopening, and those who once dismissed you will now seek your company. These are not coincidences, they are confirmations that heaven has reaffirmed your name in the book of purpose. The divine agreement is once again in motion, stronger, purer, and unbreakable. As you absorb these words, a serene power begins to rise within your spirit because deep inside, you instinctively recognize the truth. This message was always destined to reach you. The broken agreement was not your conclusion, it was the inception of something so sacred that only heaven could orchestrate it. Remain steadfast with me, as the atmosphere shifts once more. Though you may not see it, heaven is subtly repositioning elements around you with divine precision. Archangel Michael stands resolutely beside the throne, his sword aglow with heavenly fire. He proclaims your name with authority. The restoration has commenced. Every silent struggle you have encountered was a test of resilience, not a form of punishment. The fractured agreement was never your failure, it was the moment heaven chose to rewrite your destiny in full view of those who doubted your strength. Michael reminds you, they attempted to replace your name, but your essence cannot be substituted. Every word and every intention they expressed without genuineness is now dissipating into nothingness. The universe acknowledges your faith, and your patience has become your hallmark in heaven's court. The deal that fell apart in secrecy was not a loss, it was divine redirection. What they intended for their own benefit has turned into your testimony of triumph. Remain here until the end, for the next chapter of your life is already being crafted in heaven's design. I see a new scroll, sealed with golden wax, carrying your genuine purpose. It shines even brighter each time you refuse to surrender. This is your indication that the pain you experienced was never in vain. It was the sound of heaven realigning everything that no longer resonated with your calling. Michael softly whispers again, "Soon they will understand why their efforts fell short without you." The agreement they attempted to fabricate will begin to disintegrate, leaving those who inscribed your name in deceit utterly speechless. Yet you, my beloved soul, will rise unscathed, radiant, and chosen. You will step into blessings that were previously delayed, as they were meant to align with your strength, not your frailty. Hold on and remain with me, for you stand at the brink of a divine turnaround. The forces that sought to hinder your advancement have already lost their influence. Archangel Michael is clearing the path forward, eradicating the final remnants of obstruction. The divine pen is once again in motion, inscribing your name onto new opportunities, relationships, and beginnings that resonate with the purity of your soul. Heaven's voice speaks gently, do not pursue what has been broken. It is being reconstructed with greater strength for you. The moment you release your fears, everything associated with your name will begin to return. Every door that was once closed will swing open in divine sequence. Every dream that seemed distant will once again call your name. Stay for the entirety of this message, for as you do, the vibrational frequency of your destiny will ascend higher. Archangel Michael stands alongside you, wings extended, proclaiming over your life. The replacement agreement is null and void, the original destiny thrives, and your name is being celebrated in heaven and on earth. Remain with me, for what Michael is about to unveil will transform your perspective entirely. The deal they dismantled behind your back was not an ending, it was an unveiling. Heaven aimed for you to discern who truly stood with you as opposed to those who only lingered in your shadow. Every delay, every moment of silence, every broken promise served as a reflection, highlighting the distinction between those meant to walk alongside you and those who aspired to rise above you. Michael points out that they presumed removing your name would obliterate your favor. However, your favor was never on paper, it is inscribed in light. This is why, regardless of what was taken from you, your spirit has never faltered. You are forged from divine resilience. What they seized was fleeting, but what is on the verge of returning will carry eternal significance. You are entering a chapter where everything concealed will align in your favor. Remain until the end, for even as you listen, angels are rearranging timelines. What was delayed will now arrive sooner than expected. What was denied will be granted effortlessly. The very space that excluded you is now preparing a place in your honor. The voice of Archangel Michael resonates throughout the realms, urging a return to the Chosen One and the restoration of rightful ownership. His words reverberate like thunder across dimensions, reaching every space where your name was unjustly whispered. The truth begins to unfold like dawn, initially subtle but soon radiantly bright. Those who abused your trust are realizing that heaven observes all. Yet, you, the chosen soul, are not summoned to respond with anger. Instead, you are called to rise. Your tranquility will serve as your proof, and your composure will be your crown. The divine accord currently being rewritten now incorporates a higher clause: protection through wisdom, prosperity through discernment, and victory through grace. Remain steadfast, for your new beginning is closer than it may appear. I can almost hear the seal being broken in heaven's archives. Your destiny file is once again open, glowing brightly, untouched by human interference. All signatures of deceit have been erased, and the ink of truth dries with your name restored. Michael gently reassures, do not fear what has ended, it was never yours to bear. What belongs to you cannot be stolen, replaced, or destroyed. You are not retracing your steps into what was lost, rather, you are moving forward into what has been promised. The universe is aligning in your favor, and the tables are turning in the divine spotlight. Thus, stay with me until the very end, for when this message concludes, your spirit will recognize the sound of restoration. Archangel Michael stands guard beside you, his wings shielding your path, and his voice unwavering as fire. The deal is restored, the truth unveiled, and the chosen one has been remembered. Hold on and remain steadfast, for this moment carries a sacred current of power. You may sense it, the atmosphere around you trembling subtly, the stillness preceding a divine shift. Archangel Michael approaches, his presence strong and protective, filled with light that pierces through all shadows of confusion. He speaks softly yet firmly, your restoration is not forthcoming, it has already commenced. The world around you may appear unchanged, but beneath the surface, the entire foundation has shifted in your favor. The contract that was broken served as a closure to deception, while the one being rewritten now is a covenant of divine order, sealed with truth and safeguarded by angels. You are no longer in pursuit of blessings, rather, blessings are being drawn towards you by divine law. What once resisted you is now magnetized to you. Remain with me as we journey together to the end, for this part of your journey transforms silence into victory. Heaven operates in stillness, away from the noise. While others may have spoken loudly, heaven has quietly inscribed your destiny. Now, these silent lines are manifesting in powerful ways, bringing forth unexpected opportunities, messages, and alignments that feel serendipitous. This is heaven reaffirming your name. Michael confirms, the divine ink has dried, your name is immutable. Every effort to substitute you was merely a rehearsal for your magnificent reveal. Every delay was God's way of revising the script to place you in the leading role. The stage has been reset, the spotlight redirected, and soon all eyes will witness what heaven has always perceived in you. Hold on and remain with me, for the energy around you is transforming. You are entering a phase of divine acceleration. What once took months will now occur in days. What once took years will unfold in moments. This change is not due to fortune but because heaven has alleviated the burdens tied to your name. You are no longer striving, rather, you are aligning. You are filled not with hope, but with certainty. Archangel Michael stands before you, his sword blazing like lightning, his gaze reflecting eternity. He proclaims, you were never forgotten, you have been prepared for a divine unveiling that no mortal could delay. Everything that collapsed before you was merely a setup for what is about to fall into place. The initial agreement they believed they could replace has now been transformed into the announcement of your destiny. Therefore, stay with me until the end, chosen one, for this is your ascendance. The heavens are inscribing your chapter in gold ink, and the angels are once again singing your name. The previously broken deal, once shrouded in silence, will soon manifest as a miracle visible to all. Archangel Michael declares, the delay is over, the promise is now alive. The chosen one is remembered. Hold on and remain steadfast, as the energy surrounding your life approaches its pivotal moment. The agreement that was breached unbeknownst to you has now become the catalyst for elevating your life. What once felt like betrayal is now morphing into divine positioning. You are stepping into a chapter that has remained hidden until now, a chapter authored by heavenly hands, sealed with your name illuminated in light. Archangel Michael affirms, this is your moment of awakening. Those who sought to replace you did not fathom that they were setting the stage for your recognition. Their endeavor to erase your presence only highlighted your purpose in heaven's eyes. Every injustice has been recorded by angels, and every unvoiced truth preserved in the divine archives. Heaven does not forget, nor does it lose track. Remain with me until the end, for something extraordinary is currently unfolding. A powerful release of justice is on the horizon, poised to touch every facet of your life, your peace, your finances, your relationships, your dreams. The very agreement that was broken has now become a seed of restoration, planted in sacred soil, poised to flourish visibly. Michael speaks calmly yet with authority. Do not glance back at what has disintegrated. It was not your failure but rather your redirection. You were not being punished, you were being preserved. The walls that once confined you have crumbled, paving the way for new doors to materialize where you once believed everything had ended. Your name resonates throughout realms previously untouched. The divine order has initiated its flawless alignment, ensuring that no one can seize what is rightfully yours. Hold on and stay with me, for the very energy that once held you back is now functioning in your favor. What was hidden will be unveiled, and what was broken will be rebuilt more robustly than before. You are no longer dwelling in shadows. You are stepping into light so radiant that even your past pain will submit to your new purpose. Archangel Michael stands before you, his wings extended like a shield of glory. He raises his hand and proclaims, every false agreement is nullified, every stolen promise is restored. Every concealed truth will eventually come to light. The one selected for this purpose is on the rise once more. Thus, I urge you to stay until the conclusion, for the divine narrative is not yet complete. The message continues to be inscribed upon your journey, with the ink of destiny still vivid. This is not merely a tale of loss, it is a narrative of divine restoration. Archangel Michael gently advises, observe what unfolds next. You are poised to experience the life that heaven had always envisioned for you. Remain close, as the events about to transpire will inspire awe within your spirit. Heaven is presently at work, mending what was fractured and enhancing what is rightfully yours. Archangel Michael stands with divine authority, his eyes radiating like the eternal sunrise. He calls your name with profound respect. You have never been forgotten, rather, you have been in a process of refinement. Each broken agreement, every silent betrayal, and all hidden dialogues have met their end in the spiritual realm. The misleading bargain made without your awareness has been rescinded by divine mandate. The fraudulent contract bearing your name has turned to ash in the fires of heaven. You have been liberated from all inauthentic attachments, and your true path shines brighter than ever before. Stay with me until the very end, for heaven is presently unlocking a door that has remained closed for years. This is the gateway to divine vindication. You are not entering a repetition of your past, you are stepping into a completely new chapter destined to hold restoration, abundance, peace, and purpose. What once seemed to be delayed was merely preserved until the opportune moment for its protection. That moment is now. Archangel Michael reveals, the very system that sought to supplant your blessings will now herald your elevation. Everything concealed from you is being publicly rectified. Where your name was misused, it will now be honored. Where your destiny faced manipulation, it will now be magnified. You will not be required to justify yourself. Your light will resonate louder than any deceitful voice ever could. Remain steadfast, for your timeline is quickening. The divine balance has shifted, allowing you to ascend into a frequency that cannot be replicated or replaced. You will increasingly notice alignments everywhere, serendipitous meetings imbued with purpose, affirming words that resonate with your inner truth, and moments that will seem to suspend time itself. This is heaven's assurance that you are precisely where you are meant to be. Archangel Michael lifts his sword to the heavens, his words crackling with fervor. The pact of deceit is nullified, the covenant of truth has commenced. You are no longer tethered to the past version of yourself that endured betrayal. You stride forward as the chosen one, tested, purified, and validated. This new destiny is unassailable, having been ratified by heaven itself. Remain present until the moment concludes, for each passing second rewrites the essence of your life. You are not merely being restored to a former state, you are being elevated to where you truly belong. Archangel Michael announces, your time has come. The light is returning. The chosen one is acknowledged. Stay closer, for what Archangel Michael is about to reveal represents the most profound chapter of your journey. The silent shift has now reached its crescendo. Heaven is no longer a mere observer, it is intervening directly on your behalf. The broken agreement that once bred confusion has now become the cornerstone of your rise. What was intended to harm you has transformed into a tool of your recognition. Archangel Michael states, every concealed action taken against you has been noted and is now being rectified with divine precision. The spiritual covenant that was taken from you is being rewritten under the illuminating light of truth. Your name, once again, shines brightly in the heavenly records, encircled by seals of protection. The angels who remained quiet amid the tumult are now rallying in your favor, clearing every obstacle from your path. Stay with me until the moment concludes, for this is where all things begin to clarify. The confusion, the delays, and the silence were all part of a grand design. The broken agreement opened a pathway for its divine replacement, one orchestrated by God Himself. You are now in alignment with blessings that cannot be intercepted, meaningful relationships that cannot be tainted, and opportunities that cannot be usurped. Archangel Michael's voice resonates calmly, echoing through your spirit like sacred thunder. Your destiny has never been within their grasp, it has always belonged to heaven. Every decision rendered without your consent is being overturned. Every lie cast upon you is steadily losing its power. Every fraudulent contract entered in your name has been consumed by divine flames. What is rightfully yours is reclaiming its rightful place, unhindered by any obstacles. Remain engaged, for an influx of restorative energy is permeating your timeline. Doors that were once barred will swing open unexpectedly, and those who previously overlooked you will once again seek your company. Not out of pity, but out of divine recognition. You will feel this transformation deep within, a quiet assurance that something sacred is unfolding beyond your perception. This is heaven's whisper, the wait is over. Archangel Michael raises his sword yet again, his words echoing with eternal significance. The replacement has been sanctioned. The chosen one is restored. The rightful heir is rising. You are now stepping into your rightful position. The contract of confusion has been superseded by a covenant of clarity. Your spirit is no longer shackled by betrayal, it is now tethered to destiny. Remain until the end, for the next chapter is already being inscribed in your favor. Archangel Michael stands resolutely beside you, radiant and unwavering, proclaiming, "What was concealed is now unveiled. What was postponed is now on its way to you. What was fractured has been made whole. Hold firm, for this is the moment when the light will fully manifest." The story that began in silence is now resonating throughout the heavens. Archangel Michael is no longer merely whispering your name, he is heralding it. The divine court has rendered its judgment, and the decree is unequivocal: the chosen one is restored, and the pact of deceit is irrevocably annulled. You are entering your divine truth, a reality impervious to alteration or silencing. Michael stands before the throne, wings ablaze with fire and gold. His gaze is unwavering, fixed upon your destiny. He proclaims, "What was lost has returned home. What was obscured is now illuminated. What was delayed is now arriving." The spiritual chains that once obstructed your progress have shattered. The pathway ahead gleams with molten light, smooth, clear, and unstoppable. Every seed of faith you sowed amidst pain is now blossoming into a divine harvest. Please take a moment to remain with me until the conclusion, as what we are discussing transcends mere restoration, it is an elevation of a divine nature. You are not merely returning to your previous state, instead, you are ascending to your destined place. The records of your life, as inscribed in the heavens, have now been embellished in gold, each line illuminating with a profound sense of purpose. The angels are orchestrating the arrival of divine guides, soul connections, and unexpected opportunities that will come to you with ease. This is the fruition of your patience, endurance, and unwavering belief that truth will ultimately prevail. Michael's voice resonates through the annals of eternity like a sacred anthem. No replica can wear your crown, and no substitute can bear your name. The chosen remain steadfast in their selection. The deceitful arrangements, which once threatened to obliterate your blessings, have now become mere memories of divine rectitude. Those who doubted your potential will soon bear witness to your ascension and understand that it was not mere fortune, it was your destiny at work. Remain with me through to the final word, for the celestial order is now complete. What was inscribed against you has been eradicated, and in its place stands your victory, marked by divine authority. The very energy that once sought to pull you down is now lifting you higher. The silence that once tested your resolve is now infused with the harmonious music of miracles. You are no longer in pursuit of blessings, rather, you carry the vibration of fulfillment within you. Archangel Michael kneels before the divine light, touching the earth with his sword, his final words resounding like thunder throughout creation. The decree is established in truth, and the chosen one walks in alignment with the divine. No shadow, deceit, or delay can disrupt this covenant. Therefore, stay with me until the last word is spoken, for as these concluding lines resonate within your soul, your timeline aligns harmoniously with the celestial rhythm. The broken agreement no longer governs your existence, rather, it is the fulfilled promise that defines you. From this moment forward, your narrative is exclusively one of divine victory. Hold on and continue with me, as this moment embodies the essence of completion. The heavens may be silent, but it is not due to inactivity. They are silent because everything is aligning favorably on your behalf. Archangel Michael stands before the throne, surrounded by a celestial fire that glows brighter than ever, as he proclaims your name as a decree rather than a mere request. The chosen one has been restored, and all substitutes have fallen away. The unrecognized fracture in the deal has transformed into the key that unlocks your destiny. What has been hidden from you has now been revealed. Every fragment of your story that once lay in disarray has now been meticulously arranged into a design only the divine could conceive. You are not retracing steps back to what was lost, you are stepping into the realm of what has been divinely promised. Remain present with me until the end, for even as these words reach your ears, unseen forces are yielding to the perfect timing of the divine. You are remembered by heaven, not for your missteps but for your steadfast endurance. The silence you bore with grace, the storms you faced without resentment, all now serve as evidence of your divine journey. Archangel Michael asserts, the chosen one has been tested and found faithful. Every delay has matured into divine timing, every rejection has shifted into redirection. Every unspoken prayer whispered in moments of exhaustion has been answered from beyond the veil of heaven. You are traversing a chapter that does not replicate past pain but instead redeems it. Everything that once fell apart will now align perfectly. Please hold on and remain with me, for what lies ahead is monumental, not mere coincidence or luck, but profound alignment. Heaven has prepared divine introductions for you. Individuals who will speak your name in rooms you have yet to enter. Blessings that will flow to you effortlessly. Opportunities that feel as though they were crafted specifically for you. You will not need to pursue them, you will simply recognize what rightfully belongs to you as it appears. Archangel Michael raises his sword once more, its tip ablaze like the morning sun. No force can alter what heaven has sealed, and no shadow can replace what divine light has restored. The chosen one walks enveloped in favor. These declarations are not just promises, they are pronouncements that have already set into motion. So remain with me till the very end. Inhale deeply and allow this truth to resonate within your heart. You have never been forgotten, you have been in preparation. The broken agreement was merely a disguise for your breakthrough. Upon completing the reception of these words, you will feel your energy ascend and your path become clearer. This marks your divine affirmation. Your narrative has shifted. Archangel Michael states with definitive clarity, the false agreement is no more, true destiny prevails. The chosen one is adorned in light. Hold on and stay with me, for this is the juncture at which heaven begins to manifest all it has promised you. The silence has fulfilled its purpose, and the waiting has imparted its lesson. Now, the divine movement commences. Archangel Michael stands at your back, his wings stretching across spans of time, his voice soothing yet authoritative. It is accomplished. The broken deal, the concealed betrayal, the confusion, all have lost their grip on your timeline. You stand at the brink of restoration, as the gates of destiny begin to unlock before your very eyes. Though you may not hear the sound of chains breaking, your soul detects the shift. That weight lifting from your spirit is your confirmation of divine intervention. Every unrecognized burden that once stifled your joy has been lifted. Michael declares, what they sought to deprive you of will now pursue you. What they endeavored to erase will now elevate you. You are no longer striving for acknowledgement, you are being divinely recognized. Please stay with me until the end, for your next step will not be ordinary. You are about to enter through doors that your name will open, not through your efforts. The very doors that once turned you away are now awaiting your arrival. A transformation has occurred in the spiritual atmosphere surrounding you. It feels lighter, clearer, and more vibrant. This is not mere figment of imagination, it is the resonance of divine justice echoing throughout, restoring balance to your path. Archangel Michael gazes down upon you, his expression radiating peace. You have successfully navigated the test of patience, and now you are poised to reap the rewards of purpose. The broken agreement has now catalyzed your brilliance. The individual who presumed they could replace you inadvertently propelled you closer to divine fulfillment. Their foundation built on deceit has crumbled, but what heaven is establishing for you will endure eternally. Thus, persevere and remain with me, for you are on the cusp of experiencing the fruits of your faithfulness, even when it went unseen. The universe bends favorably towards those who endure with grace, and you have exemplified that perfectly. The angels are poised to announce your breakthrough, one that will manifest so effortlessly it will leave you in awe. In that pivotal moment, heaven proclaims, "Witness, for it was never truly lost." The celestial court has reached its verdict. The chapters have turned, and the ink of destiny has solidified, showcasing your name, now radiant and more valuable than gold. Each segment of your journey that once inflicted sorrow has transformed into a testament of redemption. Archangel Michael elevates his sword above you, proclaiming, "The broken has been rejuvenated. The concealed has been unveiled. The chosen one is crowned with divine grace." Remain until the very end of this message, for within it, your spirit harmonizes with heaven's new rhythm. You are not merely restored, you are reborn into a realm of profound grace, purpose, and serenity. This is not an ending, chosen one, it is the commencement of all that heaven has safeguarded for you. Stay with me, for the unfolding of a magnificent revelation lies ahead. It is the moment when the silence of heaven transforms into clarity, and every unanswered prayer materializes into undeniable truth. Archangel Michael stands before the eternal gates, his armor shimmering like gold. He articulates your name with sacred pride. The chosen one has reclaimed their power. What was lost has returned, multiplied. The agreements made in secrecy have now become the instrumental path to your destiny. What others perceived as an end was merely heaven's quiet beginning. You are no longer a victim of obscure plans, you embody the evidence that divine timing is infallible. The angels who once stood dormant are now actively orchestrating encounters, opportunities, and miracles that resonate with your spiritual essence. The very earth upon which your name is inscribed has been blessed. Wait and remain with me until the conclusion of this moment, for it is here that heaven's justice will manifest to the world. You will begin to see the manifestations of what was promised, doors opening effortlessly, voices calling your name with reverence, and blessings arriving even before you ask. Every instance you thought you were ignored prepared the stage for your spotlight. The divine light now fixates upon you, unyielding to any force attempting to dim it. Archangel Michael speaks again, his voice calm but infused with authority. The deceitful agreements have crumbled under their own weight. Only the truth prevails, and that truth bears your name. The false identifiers have dissipated, while the celestial records shine with divine legitimacy. You are stepping into an atmosphere of restoration so thorough that it will obliterate any remnants of disappointment. Hold on and stay with me, as your soul aligns with a higher frequency. You are not merely walking toward your destiny, you are merging with it. Each delay, every tear, all those nights of silence were the seeds that have led to this moment. You have been purified, fortified, and positioned for a sacred revelation that will reverberate through generations. The heavens are being unveiled. I can see the light expanding along your path, illuminating everything intertwined with you. What once was lost will now shine brighter, stronger, and more sacred. Archangel Michael elevates his sword, pointing it toward the earth, declaring, "The chosen one's time is now. The falsehood has fallen, and the truth reigns supreme." Stay until the very end of this divine moment, for every passing second you remain here seals this transformation. You are not a mere spectator of heaven's work, you are an integral part of it. The shattered agreement no longer defines you, your rewritten destiny is inscribed in gold. Archangel Michael whispers his final decree, the chosen one is liberated, restored, and eternally remembered. Hold on and stay with me, for this narrative is approaching its divine peak. The echoes of heaven resonate now, and the light surrounding your name has transformed into a glorious crown. Archangel Michael stands before the heavenly council, his sword gleaming with flames of gold and sapphire. He raises the scroll bearing your name, stating, "The chosen one has fulfilled the prophecy. The season of delay has concluded. What was once obscured is now broadcast in divine frequencies. Every door that remained closed for years is opening in a seamless sequence, as if guided by unseen forces. You are not merely stepping into a new chapter, you are entering your divine inheritance. The very energy that sought to replace you has metamorphosed into fuel for your ascension. Heaven has not only restored your name, it has enlarged your sphere of influence. Stay with me until the end, for Archangel Michael wishes you to grasp the enormity of this moment. You are entering a level of grace that is unparalleled. Every deceitful signature has been eliminated, every fraudulent path dismantled. Your name now resonates with a new frequency, one that unlocks realms of favor and protects you from past repetitions. Those who once doubted you will witness miracles unfolding before their eyes, and even they will concede, truly, this one is chosen. Michael's voice resonates again, mighty yet compassionate. The broken agreement served its purpose, it tested hearts, solidified faith, and exposed deception. But now, justice stands firm. The divine archives have safeguarded your destiny under celestial protection. The replacement plan that once loomed is now nothing but dust. What remains is the truth, unshakable, unbreakable, undeniable. Hold on and remain with me, as your spirit expands into its true essence. You will soon notice the return of flow, opportunities arising effortlessly, peace restoring naturally, doors opening in advance of your arrival. This is the manifestation of divine order reactivating your path. You are not being given a second chance, you are being elevated to your rightful position. Archangel Michael lowers his sword to the ground, and the earth beneath it illuminates. It is complete. He proclaims that the chosen one is liberated from counterfeit energies, and the original covenant is eternally sealed. Heaven responds with hushed awe, a silence filled with wonder. You are now stepping into a new phase where everything that was previously hidden will align to your benefit. Stay present until the conclusion, for as you listen, celestial beings are realigning timelines. What had been postponed will soon become available sooner than anticipated. What was once denied will effortlessly be granted. The very spaces that overlooked you are now preparing a position of honor in your name. The voice of Archangel Michael resounds throughout the realms, calling for a return to the chosen one and the reclamation of rightful ownership. His words echo with the power of thunder across dimensions, reaching every location where your name has been unjustly invoked. The truth will unveil itself like dawn, beginning subtly before radiating with brilliance. Those who have betrayed your trust are awakening to the reality that heaven observes all actions. Yet, you, the chosen soul, are not summoned to respond in anger, rather, you are beckoned to rise. Your serenity will serve as your validation, and your poise will adorn you like a crown. The divine agreement currently being rewritten includes an elevated clause, safeguarding through wisdom, abundance through discernment, and triumph through grace. Remain resolute, as your new beginning is nearer than it seems. I can almost hear the seal being lifted from heaven's archives. Your destiny file is once again open, shining brightly, untainted by human interference. All traces of deceit have been obliterated, and the ink of truth dries with your name restored. Michael reassuringly states, "Do not fear what has concluded, it was never yours to carry. What rightfully belongs to you cannot be stolen, substituted, or annihilated. You are not retracing your steps to reclaim what was lost, instead, you are advancing towards what has been promised. The universe is orchestrating events in your favor, and the tides are shifting under divine scrutiny. Thus, remain with me until the very end, for once this message concludes, your spirit will resonate with the sound of restoration. Archangel Michael is beside you, his wings providing protection along your path, and his voice remains steadfast like fire. The agreement is restored, the truth is revealed, and the chosen one has been acknowledged. Hold firm and remain resolute, for this moment possesses a sacred current of power. You may perceive it, the atmosphere around you subtly quivering, the stillness before a profound divine transformation. Archangel Michael approaches, his presence strong and protective, radiating light that dispels all shadows of confusion. He speaks with gentle authority. Your restoration is not merely forthcoming, it has already begun. The world around you might seem unchanged, but beneath the surface, the entire foundation has shifted in a manner that favors you. The contract that was disbanded marked the end of deception, while the one being rewritten signifies a covenant of divine order, sealed with truth and guarded by angels. You are no longer chasing blessings, rather, blessings are being drawn towards you by divine law. What once resisted you is now attracted to you. Stay with me as we journey together to the end, for this part of your path transforms silence into victory. Heaven operates in stillness, away from the din. While others may have raised their voices, heaven has silently etched your destiny. These muted inscriptions are now manifesting in powerful ways, unveiling unexpected opportunities, messages, and alignments that feel serendipitous. This is heaven reaffirming your name. Michael confirms, the divine ink has set, your name is eternal. Every attempt to replace you was simply a rehearsal for your grand reveal. Each delay was God's way of revising the narrative to place you in the spotlight. The stage has been reset, the focus redirected, and soon all will witness what heaven has always recognized in you. Hold fast and remain with me, for the energy surrounding you is evolving. You are entering a phase of divine acceleration. What once took months will now occur within days, and what previously required years will unfold in mere moments. This transformation is not a matter of chance but is because heaven has lifted the burdens associated with your name. You are no longer striving, instead, you are aligning. You are filled not with mere hope, but with certainty. Archangel Michael stands before you, his sword aflame like lightning, his gaze reflecting eternity. He proclaims, you were never forgotten, you have been summoned for a divine revelation that no mortal could hinder. Everything that crumbled before you was merely a setup for what is soon to harmonize. The initial agreement they thought they could alter has now been transformed into the announcement of your destiny. Thus, remain with me until the conclusion, chosen one, for this marks your ascendance. The heavens are inscribing your chapter in golden ink, and the angels are once again singing your name. The previously broken deal, once enveloped in silence, will soon emerge as a miracle evident to all. Archangel Michael declares, the delay has ceased, the promise has awoken. The chosen one is remembered. Hold firm and remain steadfast, as the energy surrounding your life approaches its pivotal moment. The agreement that was breached unbeknownst to you has now become the catalyst for elevating your life. What once felt like betrayal is now transforming into divine positioning. You are stepping into a chapter that has remained concealed until now, a chapter crafted by heavenly hands, sealed with your name illuminated in light. Archangel Michael reassures, this is your moment of awakening. Those who sought to supplant you did not realize they were setting the stage for your recognition. Their attempt to erase your presence only emphasized your purpose in the eyes of heaven. Every injustice has been recorded by angels, and every unspoken truth preserved in the divine archives. Heaven does not forget, nor does it lose track. Remain with me until the conclusion, for something extraordinary is presently unfolding. A powerful revelation of justice is on the horizon, poised to affect every dimension of your life, your peace, your finances, your relationships, your aspirations. The very agreement that was broken has now taken root as a seed of restoration, planted in sacred soil, destined to flourish visibly. Michael speaks with calm authority. Do not look back at what has collapsed. It was not your failure but rather your reorientation. You were not being punished, you were being preserved. Even the angels pause to bear witness to the beauty of restoration. Thus, stay until the end of this sacred moment, for as you absorb these final words, your existence begins to resonate with divine harmony. Every injustice has been rewritten into triumph, every loss illuminated by light. The agreement shattered without your awareness has become the gateway to all that you are destined to inherit. Archangel Michael's final proclamation echoes through eternity. The chosen one arises, adorned in truth, enveloped in grace, and impervious to the passage of time. Hold on and stay with me, for this marks the final moment when heaven affirms all that has been declared. The light that began as a mere whisper has become a resounding symphony across eternity. Archangel Michael stands at the epicenter of divine glory, his sword raised, its tip radiating brighter than a multitude of suns. He fixes his gaze upon you and proclaims, "It is completed." The chosen one stands restored, and the broken agreement, which once brought anguish, is now no longer a part of your narrative. Your testimony is unfolding beautifully. Heaven has not merely restored what was lost, it has transformed it into something greater. Every page of your past, once marked by confusion, has been infused with wisdom. Doors that were previously shut are now effortlessly opening, guided by divine timing. You have transitioned from a state of uncertainty to one of purposeful clarity. Ahead of you lies a golden path, illuminated by an unshakable truth that cannot be undone. Please remain with me until the conclusion, for this is where your transformation reaches its pinnacle. You are not merely entering a new chapter, you are stepping into divine authority. The angels rejoice, the universe realigns, and heaven itself celebrates your breakthrough. Every hidden betrayal has morphed into a visible blessing. The energy surrounding your life has undergone a permanent shift. From this moment onward, every action you take will resonate with divine favor. The voice of Archangel Michael echoes through the heavens like a sacred melody. The name of the chosen one is engraved in light, unalterable by any earthly or spiritual forces. What was once a broken agreement, unbeknownst to you, has now become the cornerstone of your rebirth. The false accusations against you have fallen silent, making way for a truth that resonates louder than ever. The entire spiritual realm acknowledges you, not as someone awaiting destiny but as one who is actively living it. Please stay with me a while longer, for this conclusion is not truly an end, it is an everlasting beginning. You stand beneath an open heaven, where everything begins to flow in divine harmony. What was once withheld will now abound, and what was delayed will quickly come to fruition. You have crossed the threshold from waiting to receiving. Archangel Michael kneels before the light, touches the earth with his sword, causing the ground beneath you to hum with glory. He declares with unwavering certainty that the chosen one is released into divine fulfillment. No deceit remains, no shadows linger, and no obstacles stand in the way. Remain until the final heartbeat of this moment, for as these words resonate within your spirit, miracles will manifest in real time. The past is forgotten, the enduring truth stands, and your name glistens in heaven's book of purpose forever. Archangel Michael smiles and articulates the final decree: the chosen one rises, restored in grace, enveloped in light, and destined for greatness. Hold on and stay with me, as this is not merely another message, it represents the final heartbeat of a divine revelation intricately inscribed upon your destiny. The air around you vibrates with transformative divine power that alters everything it touches. Archangel Michael stands under the heavens, enveloped in pure light that makes even silence seem to shine. He raises his voice and proclaims, "The chosen one has completed their journey. The covenant is fulfilled. The broken agreement has now laid the foundation for your eternal blessings." Every deception reveals itself, every shadow dissipates, and every hidden scheme transforms into a testimony of victory. What was once meant to replace you has now proven that you were irreplaceable from the outset. Heaven has not only restored you, it has crowned you with purpose. Please remain with me until the end, for the final layers of your breakthrough are unfolding right now. You may experience calmness, yet that serenity is the peace of completion. The divine scroll of your destiny bears its last signature, with your name illuminated in golden ink, sealed by heaven's authority. Nothing can erase it, nothing can alter it. The universe has recalibrated itself around this truth. Your name signifies divine ownership. Archangel Michael gazes at you with eyes that harbor galaxies of wisdom, stating, "Your battle is concluded. Your restoration is finalized. What was stolen has been returned in abundance." The resonance of his voice creates ripples through time itself. Contracts of deceit crumble to ashes, and from those ashes rises a new reality filled with purpose, untouched, untroubled, and unstoppable. Please hold on and remain with me, for heaven is not merely observing, it is applauding. Angels surround you, intricately weaving your name into fresh opportunities, divine partnerships, and sacred alignments that no one can disrupt. You are moving toward a future that was safeguarded long before you were even aware of its existence. The energy that once resisted you now aligns in your favor.